Hello everybody, this is Tazitis, and welcome to a new video, a new book. So this is a book that I wrote on Wattpad and everything else and all, and it's another book that is, aside from the other one, that's a Crystal in the Rough and everything fan fiction. It's a Creepypasta one, so I hope you guys like it, and let's just get into it. This is called Creepypasta Hotel, a fan fiction, and there's only like 2 chapters, and this is going to be the first one. So let's get into it, and I hope you guys like it, and if you guys like it, please subscribe and like this video, because it's infectious, and I really hope you guys are liking it. I really hope you guys like it. Chapter 1, A New Start. It's only going to be a little while, Jenny, Jenny's sister said on the other side of the phone, on the other end of the phone, as Jenny was walking down the sidewalk. But Jenny's sister didn't understand why Jenny had such complicated emotions about living in her sister's old mansion that her sister had bought at a whim. It's not that easy, Mira, Jenny had told her sister, slightly annoyed, hopelessly frustrated. The whole thing was so frustrating. It's kind of hard to have my little sister take care of me, she told her, and it's hard to just live in a mansion that you just happen to both buy and forget just because you needed somebody to take care of it. I see your point, but I don't need you to take care of it. I don't need you to take care of it. Jenny's sister on the other side of the phone sounded calm but frustrated. I could just get anyone to do it, but this is a good opportunity for you to not only have a place to live, but you can stay there and live rent-free and get back on your feet while you're having somewhere to live. Jenny was silent as she thought it through. She looked around at the empty part she stood in, as she only had a rolling suitcase and a loose shoulder bag full of all her stuff. She didn't have a lot of stuff, not just in food or clothing, but in options as well. She didn't have a job. She was a few days from losing her apartment with no money for rent, and she was having the worst trouble finding a job. If it hadn't been for the money that her sister had been sending her, she would have been completely homeless and she had refused to use her sister's money for a long time, telling her she didn't want it and could survive on her own. But desperate times call for desperate measures. But times were desperate, and Jenny's sister had told her to just take small amounts of the money, please. Jenny had kind of broken down and taken it, but it wasn't really worth much money anyway, just a few hundreds of dollars. But that was Jenny's fault. She had told her superstar sister that she didn't want that much money, or she wouldn't take it at all. Her sister Mira wasn't happy, but agreed. But even with the money that Jenny had taken in her desperate need, had not been enough to pay her rent or help her keep her job. And now that's where she was, damn near homeless, living on the street. And now her superstar younger sister, who had ran away from home and gotten famous at just 16 years old, who had more money than common sense sometimes, had bought an old huge mansion, and was now begging Jenny to go live in it. Jenny somewhere inside her knew that her sister was just trying to help her, that she wasn't doing this entirely to use her or abuse her while she was down. But Jenny's anger and bitterness at the past was still there. She couldn't get rid of it, even though a part of her really wanted to. Plus, Jenny would be stupid if she didn't admit that she was a little jealous and embarrassed by her sister's success. I mean, come on. Since when is it really okay for a sister who's 5 years younger than her to literally go off and become a major superstar overnight after running away from home? I mean, that kind of thing happens in movies and shit, not in real life situation. But here Jenny was with a superior, more successful sister, and no family, just about it, and was basically homeless. Now her best days were going to be secretly working for a younger sister? Damn it. Plus, her sister Mira continued, you can use the place to start your own business and career, and you wouldn't have to worry about any rent, because I wouldn't charge you if you didn't want me to. At least you wouldn't be homeless, Jenny. Please, oh please don't. I don't want you to be homeless. Oh Jenny, give it a chance. Just try it out and see if you like it. If you don't, you can go somewhere else. Jenny could hear her sister's desperation and concern in her voice. Even her hardened heart softened, remembering her sister as she was and not as she was now. She had been a playful, loving girl who always put others before herself, and then she got older and started talking back and rebelling. They'd been so close before, but now, after so many years apart, if it wasn't for her sister's face in the newspaper or magazines, she probably wouldn't even know what her sister's face looked like. They hadn't even seen each other in that long. Face it, times had changed. Life had put them on different paths. Okay, relax. Just relax. Jenny said, feeling worn down, but irritated too. I'm going to take your offer. I mean, what choice have I got, Mira? You know I'm practically living on the streets now anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll get your free cleaning service, Mira. Mira was silent for a moment. Of course there are other ways, Jenny. If you don't want this. Of course there are other ways if you don't want this. I know we haven't been on the best terms, but I'm not doing this to upset you or rub anything in your face, Jenny. You know I wouldn't do that, don't you? Myra said, sounding calmly, but sad and maybe hurt from the other end of the phone miles away. Jenny sighed. No, it's fine. I'm just stressed out right now. Taking her thumb and her pointy finger, she pinched the bridge of her nose and sighed again. Look, I'll talk to you later. Before Mira could say anything else, she shut off the phone. Jenny walked down the sidewalks, not looking up, but looking down. Looked down at the sidewalk until the sidewalk ended and it was just dirt and grass. After turning the corner, after passing the tall fence, Jenny looked up. There it was. A tall, dark, abandoned, huge, haunted-looking mansion that Jenny will be staying in for a while. Or so she thinks. Anyway, that's chapter number 1, and I'll see chapter number 2. If you guys really like this and everything, this is on Wattpad. It's Taz 1995 Hotel Creepypasta FanFiction. If you guys like it, thank you guys so much. If you guys like this and everything, you like videos like this and everything, I have another fanfiction and everything called The Crystal in the Rough, a fanfiction, the Creepypasta FanFiction Crystal in the Rough, that's also really good. This one I'm gonna be working on. It's just that close to being finished. Also, if you like this and everything else, if you like this video and everything else, please subscribe and please like this video. There's going to be more creepypasta videos. This particular story and everything, as I get it written and everything and type it up and everything, I'll be also reading it out on my YouTube channel. So if you guys like it, please subscribe and hit notification, and you guys will be updated for when the next chapter is on. Thank you guys so much. If you guys like it and don't want to wait and everything else, you guys can come and you guys can read it for yourself on here. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and bye-bye.